Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today, we are doing a massive deep dive into what is, without a single doubt, the most complex, fascinating machine in the known universe. We're talking about a system so intricate and so perfectly engineered that even our most brilliant cutting-edge technologies just totally pale in comparison. So get ready, because we're looking inward today to uncover the absolute marvel that you interact with every single second of your life.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Think about this for a second. What incredible piece of hardware out there boasts a 576 megapixel visual system, holds a whopping 1 petabyte of data, and is designed to run continuously day and night for an average of 80 years without a single reboot? Well, the answer isn't sitting in some top secret tech lab. Actually, just look down at your hands for a second. The answer is you. It's your very own body.
Here is a quick roadmap of exactly what we're going to cover today. First, the microscopic universe. Second, the unstoppable human engine. Third, the ultimate supercomputer. And finally, we'll wrap up with everyday superpowers and quirks. All right, let's jump straight into Section 1, the microscopic universe, the hidden building blocks of you.
When we look at a person, we just see one single unified entity, right? But beneath the surface, you are actually a vast, bustling galaxy of microscopic components all working together in perfect harmony. And human reproduction kicks off with the meeting of two absolute extremes in this microscopic universe. The very largest single cell in the entire human body is the female ovum, or the egg. On the complete flip side, the absolute smallest cell in your body is the male sperm. It's just an incredible piece of design, seeing the absolute largest and smallest components combining to kickstart a brand new human machine.
So how many of these little building blocks actually make up an adult human? Well, it's 37.2 trillion. To put that completely wild number into perspective, there are literally more cells in your body right now than there are stars in the known universe. And here's the truly mind-blowing part. Millions of these cells are dying every single day, but they're constantly being replaced by new ones. Because of this non-stop regeneration, every 5 years or so, your body's cells are almost entirely replaced. You are quite literally getting a brand new body every few years.
Now here's a fun thought. Not all the cells inside you are actually, well, you. You are carrying around roughly 39 trillion bacteria right now. If you somehow gathered all of them up, they'd weigh about 2 kilograms. But don't panic. Okay, to these microscopic organisms, you are literally a giant walking planet. And the vast majority of them are totally harmless. Actually, they're incredibly helpful, doing things like aiding in digestion and healing. You're not just a person. You are a thriving, walking ecosystem.
Let's move on and see how this builds into Section 2, the unstoppable human engine, mechanical endurance and structural marvels.
If you were to take all the blood vessels inside an average adult's body and just lay them out end to end, they would stretch for 100,000 kilometers. Guys, that is enough to wrap around the entire Earth 2.5 times. And through this massive, sprawling network, your blood is constantly zooming along at speeds of up to 6.5 kilometers per hour, delivering vital oxygen and nutrients to every far-flung corner of your bodily planet.
Now, pushing all that blood through 100,000 kilometers of biological piping requires a pump with just unimaginable endurance. Enter the human heart. Over an average lifetime, your heart is going to beat an astounding 2.5 billion times. That's about 100,000 beats every single day. From the moment you're born to the moment you pass, it never stops for a coffee break, it never goes offline for maintenance. It is simply the ultimate, unstoppable natural engine.
And supporting this engine is your body's structural framework. You're actually born with 213 bones, but as you grow, some of them fuse together, leaving you with 206 as an adult. Your skull alone is like this complex 3D puzzle made of 29 distinct bones. Oh, and your thigh bone, the femur? It is literally stronger than a solid pipe of steel of the exact same weight. And here's the really cool part. While animals like cheetahs can obviously sprint way faster than us, this incredible skeletal and muscular engine makes humans the absolute best long-distance endurance runners on Earth. We just outlast the competition.
Which brings us to Section 3, the ultimate supercomputer. Processing power, memory, and sleep.
And this brilliantly illustrates just how insanely efficient our control center is. The human brain accounts for a tiny 2% of your total body weight. Yet this little 1,400-gram organ sits in the pitch black of your skull and totally commands the other 98% of your system. In terms of processing efficiency, I mean, nothing else in the animal kingdom even comes close to this ratio of size to processing dominance. The scale of this supercomputer is just staggering. Researchers estimate its storage capacity is roughly 1 petabyte. It operates using 85 billion active neurons, all connected by 150 trillion synapses. To give you an idea of what that actually means, if you counted 1 synapse per second, it would take you 30 million years to count them all. This network is so incredibly hungry for data early on that you actually learn 50% of your life's foundational lessons by the time you're just 4 years old. And your baseline IQ capacity, it physically stops growing around age 18. It's literally a universe all on its own.
But this supercomputer has some pretty weird quirks. You might think your brain just powers down when you go to bed, but it actually runs faster and is way more active at night than during the day. And, interestingly enough, sleep studies show that the temperature of your bedroom directly affects its processing. If you sleep in a really cold room, you are significantly more likely to have bad dreams. Crazy, right?
So how does the supercomputer actually rest? Well, it follows a super strict timeline. On average, it takes about 7 minutes to fall asleep. Within 1 to 1.5 hours, you drop into a deep sleep phase. And throughout the night, as your brain is busy processing your day, your body goes into a state of temporary paralysis. And no, that isn't a glitch, it's absolutely a feature. It keeps you physically still so your cells can heal and your energy can be restored without you, physically acting out your dreams.
All right, let's ramp it up for Section 4, Everyday Superpowers and Quirks. Fascinating oddities happening right now.
Let's look at the massive scale of your body's consumption over a lifetime. Get this, you're going to consume roughly 33,000 kilograms of food. That is the weight of 7 adult elephants. And to process all that, you'll produce 23,000 liters of saliva, which is enough to fill 2 large water tankers. And here's the kicker. Without that massive amount of saliva mixing with your food, your taste buds wouldn't even be able to taste anything. Oh, and over your life, you'll trim off about 2 to 4 kilograms of nails, which is basically a small dumbbell's worth of pure keratin.
Now, what's really interesting here is how many relatable little quirks we all share. Did you know your eye's pupils literally never grow from birth to death because they lack a blood supply? Meanwhile, your ears and nose never stop growing. Or how about this? All babies actually have blue eyes while in the womb. Here's a wild one. Traveling in airplanes actually doubles the speed of your hair growth. Speaking of hair, female hair is 50 times thinner than male hair. And if you're ever wondering what grows the fastest, it's the nail on your middle finger, while the absolute fastest moving muscles in your entire body are the ones controlling your eyes.
Okay, here is a number you absolutely need to respect. 160 kilometers per hour. That is the speed at which air violently exits your body when you sneeze. And I have to firmly warn you right now, never ever try to hold in a sneeze. Stopping that amount of force traveling at 160 kilometers per hour can severely damage your throat, your lungs, and even cause super dangerous pressure issues in your brain. Just let it out.
And here's a fun fact you can literally test right now. It sounds totally impossible, but 50% of your hand's overall grip strength comes from your tiniest digit, your pinky finger. Don't believe me? Try making a super tight, strong fist without bending or using your pinky finger at all. You will immediately feel how drastically your power drops without that tiny little anchor.
Wrapping up our sensory trivia today, definitely enjoy your meals now because your sense of taste actually halves by age 60. And much like your fingerprints, your tongue print is entirely unique to you. Also, scientists argue we actually have 9 senses, not 5, which includes a built-in sense of time. Your 576 megapixel eyes, they can distinguish 10 million different colors. And some people with a rare condition called polychoria even have multiple pupils in a single eye. Finally, humans are the only species that can truly laugh. And just 15 minutes of laughing burns 50 calories.
So we end today with this pretty provocative thought. You possess a machine with a 1 petabyte brain, a 100,000 kilometer vascular network, and a perfectly synchronized ecosystem of trillions of cells. If our bodies are this resilient, this capable, and just this perfectly engineered, why do we let stress and worry cause 90% of our lifestyle diseases? Like the old saying goes, if you want to live a long, happy life with this incredible machine, eat less, worry less, and smile more. What a phenomenal piece of engineering you are. Take care, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.